Welcome to John Michael's Rockbox. I'm your host, John Michael. I get to host this show it's a show about you. If you're a musician, if you're a solo artist, if you're a painter, if you write books, you're a dance club, well, I'd like to hear from you. Send me your information to jmrockbox@mcaet.org. All right, we'd like to hear from you, and somebody will get right back to you. Now, also, if you'd like to watch the show, simply go to mcaet.org/watch, and you'll see all the variations on how you can watch the Rockbox. And, well, this show really wouldn't last without you, so we do definitely need your donations, and visit mcaet.org/donate. We'd like to welcome you to the Rockbox, and with that being said, let's head on over and meet our guest, and welcome to the Rockbox. All right, welcome to the Rockbox. Good to have you along with us today. Now I'm just going to direct you really quick to go to our Facebook page and find us on there. You can see all our updated information on there, what bands are going to be performing. These guys are going to be on there. I'm going to introduce you to these guys. And by the way, it's Facebook at John Michael's Rockbox. So let's introduce to you today, it's Saturday's Sunset. Eh?
Yeah.
Got it right. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start to my right, your left, and introduce. We'll start with the bass.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Johnson.
I'm Michael Cheng, guitar and vocals.
Dave the drummer, the drums.
Jonathan Muma, guitar and vocals.
Well, there you go. Now you've met Saturday's Sunset. All right, let's jump into your name, because everybody's always curious. How did you guys come up with Saturday's Sunset?
Oh, I came up with the name probably about a year, maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I was at the beach playing guitar on a Saturday at sunset, and I was just, that was really inspired, wrote a couple songs, and thought it's a great name for a band. And so I've had the name floating around for a while, and finally thought I'm going to apply it to this project.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the hard things about, besides creating the music, is trying to find that name for the band that's going to stick.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in several bands, and we did the same thing. We had to, all right, say it. If you can remember it tomorrow, it's a good idea. Doesn't mean you're going to use it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, we wanted to find a name that kind of encompassed the music and the sort of message and imagery that we have.
And so what do you guys want to, what would you classify yourself as?
I'd say we're an alternative pop band with some punk and rock influence.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
And you're your own, I mean, when you go out there, it's kind of hard to put a finger on something that you do because everybody's kind of doing your own thing, and you separate yourself from, well, I'm not really classified as this or that, but when somebody like me asks you, what do you think you are?
I think we have a general idea of what we should be classified as.
Right.
I personally like to try to work within some boundaries and see how I can push the limits in those boundaries.
All right. So you're the orchestrator of?
I'd say I am, yeah.
All right. And you guys all met how?
Dave,
we
you wanna
were
take this one?
we were performing in a group together, the three of us, and we kind of splintered off from that group at some point, and we started working more intensively in this group, and we had a couple of singers that tried out, and we kind of eventually got on to meet John. John joined up with us, and the train's been running ever since.
It's been going.
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good that you guys have found each other, and you guys have known each other, you three.
Us three have known each other for about, like a year?
Almost a year, yeah.
More than a
Something
year,
like that.
almost a year and a half.
Yeah, coming up on a year and a half right now.
Yeah. Me and this guy, we started out as a rhythm section. We are a rhythm section. We're the C137 rhythm section. And we kind of were doing all kinds of odd projects, and we were working with Michael on kind of going, well, we'd kind of go out a little bit further than just sort of like a side thing. He has a vision and an idea, and we were just kind of like willing to run along with it, and that's kind of taken us to now where we're at. And been playing as our configuration as a four-piece for about 5-6 months, something like that?
Probably closer to 4 months, 4 or 5 months. We've been playing with Jonathan, and about 10 months as just the three of us on this particular project as Saturday's Sunset.
Right.
Wow, because when you hear them, you're gonna go, that's all you guys have been together? Because it's pretty good. You're kind of like the Jim Morrison of the Saturday Sunset.
It's a nice comparison, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. You know, just thinking about that, sitting on the beach, playing, coming up with stuff, orchestrating this band. I don't know, it's funny.
Yeah.
Morrison, that's his real name. Just kidding. So yeah, good deal. I mean, you know, honestly, for you guys being together for the short amount of time, you've assembled a good array of songs from what I've heard, which you're going to hear in a moment. And it's, you know, we're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to talk a lot about your websites, places you can go that people can find you and see what you're all about, see where you're going to play. You've got all that stuff posted.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we've got some stuff up there.
Okay, so we're going to dive into all that. We'll get a little bit more in depth with Saturday Sunset, and so that you can find out more about these guys. And don't forget, find us on Facebook, John Michael's Rockbox. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you're in a band, you want to be on the show. We'd like to have you. Let's check out Saturday Sunset.
Another day is ending as I'm lying next to you. So let's stop pretending. What else do we have to lose? Your breathing is quiet. My heart begins to pound. Time stops forever before I open my mouth. Please don't go now. I'll throw it all away. There's so much more here. I'll do whatever it takes. Our story's coming to a close, but it's not the end. I break from the familiar. The next chapter begins. The end. The silence starts to fade. Our words fill the void. Shaky voices and steady hands. Well rehearsed to the end. There's gotta be more to life than this. More than sitting around just waiting to find someone you'll miss. So go on me now. I'll be okay. There's much more out there. I'll find a way. Our story is coming to a close, but it's not the end. A break from the familiar. The next chapter begins. The end. Our story is barely started. There's so much more ahead. A break from the familiar. The next chapter begins. The end. Our story is coming to a close, but it's not the end. A break from the familiar. The next chapter begins. The end. Our story is barely started. There's so much more ahead. A break from the familiar. The next chapter begins. The end.
Well, there you go. See what I mean? Only 5 months, did you guys
About
say?
5 months as a four-piece.
How many songs do you guys have altogether?
We're working on a solid set of 14 right now, I believe.
Wow.
Solid set of 14. We can currently play about 10 of those pretty solidly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working 4 new songs into the set.
you're easily go on and do your own club gig then.
Yeah,
Yourself.
that's the goal.
That's good.
We're actually playing the Catalyst at the end of this month, August 28th, down in Santa Cruz, playing in the Atrium, and playing at Blue Lagoon on the 27th, the night before.
Yeah, we're playing with this band from the Bay Area. I've heard good things about them called Limbs and Lungs, or Lungs and Limbs, I think they're called. And Red Light District, they're a pretty popular act in the area. They're pretty cool guys. You know, I've seen them play before, and they've got some energy. They really kind of throw it out on the table, you know. So it's going to be a great show. They're both going to be great shows.
Santa Cruz area is big for, at least for original music still these days, because it's getting to be far and few between finding venues that you can actually express your own stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So thank you, Santa Cruz.
Yes, thanks, Santa Cruz.
Keeping the indies alive and stuff like that. So how do people find you, and to find where you guys are going to play, see your stuff, find out about you and your bios?
We're on most of the social networking sites. We're on Facebook at Saturday Sunset. We are on Twitter, also Saturday Sunset, Instagram, Saturday Sunset. We're in the middle of recording right now, a couple EPs or an album, and those will be available on saturdaysunset.bandcamp.com. You can buy them. They'll probably be free. Pay what you want.
Donations.
Donations is very much appreciated.
And if you're a struggling artist, you know how it is. You know how hard it is. You got to get in there. You got to pay somebody, to do your stuff. And you much as everybody band would love to hand out stuff, it's hard. It's a little pricey, but they're forking money out of their own pocket. So, yeah, look them up, find them on the sites he just mentioned to you, and donate what you can. Get their stuff. You guys are working on shirts and stuff like that too in time?
We'll have shirts in time. We have some stickers right now that we're giving out free at shows.
That's always good.
Yeah, and like I said, an EP or an album coming out soon.
Good. That's going to be exciting. It's going to be some good stuff. And just think, you got to see him here. I know. So what do you guys think? Okay, let's talk about rehearsing, because I know you have to do this for a short amount of time to come out as much as you do.
We rehearse, once a week, usually about 3 hours. 3 hours, 1 day a week. And, scheduling conflicts with 4 people tend to come up, so we'll skip a week, maybe 2 weeks. We actually came into this having gone 3 weeks without a practice, just schedules weren't lining up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, sure wouldn't know that by the way they're playing, huh? After that song that you just heard. But yeah, it would. Yeah, your views. What do you think?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Rehearsing. What are your views?
Rehearsal is vital. It's important. I think when we go into rehearsal, we have a very strong sort of game plan on what we're trying to do, or at least we try and stick to a very consistent schedule, which I think has helped us learn so many songs, or learn as many songs as we have. And I think that's true with every rehearsal that you go into. You should go in with a plan. You can have fun and you can express yourself creatively, but ultimately it is a very important place where a lot of new ideas are challenged and a lot of new concepts are really fleshed out. As far as rehearsal goes, a big thank you to Paul at Santa Cruz Rehearsal Studio. You've been really good to us, and we really appreciate it.
Way to go, Paul. Yeah, it's one of the other battles of being in a band, finding a place to go rehearse. I mean, I know, I've been there. You go and you search and you find something and it's gonna cost blah, blah, blah. Oh man, well, we gotta get some gigs so we can pay for this rehearsal time, because you kind of start working your gigs to pay for things that you gotta do to keep playing. It's kind of like this little cycle. I mean, you'll see it at some point, unless you're lucky enough to have a house or your folks own or something. That, sure, go ahead in the back, but you better stop by 6.
That'd be the dream.
Yeah. I mean, you could start at 5:30. Yeah. Half hour. Come on, give me a break. Well, let's see how much a rehearsal works for these guys. And mind you, 3 weeks prior to doing this show, but you sure can't tell. So let's check out another song from Saturday's Sunset.
shot. Fix all of the things that I forgot. Scream and shout, we play the part with eyes of tears and broken hearts. Can't take back what I didn't mean. You know they say that love is a two-way street. Someday I'm gonna make it up to you. Promises were made and I will follow through. I hope that you will give me another shot. Fix all of the things that I someday I'm gonna make it up to you. Promises were made and I will follow through. I hope that you will give me another shot. Fix all of the things that I forgot. Someday I'm gonna make it up to you. Promises were made and I will follow through. I hope that you will give me another shot. Fix all of the things that I someday I'm gonna make it up to you. Promises were made and I will follow through. I hope that you will give me another shot. Fix all of the things that I forgot. The color in her eyes will stay with me forever, and I'd like to believe a day will come when our paths cross again. Will we remember all the time we spent? You left me on my own. The warning shots just up and gone. Now I don't have to wonder what it's like to be without my other half. Those summer days we spent walking the beach, your tired eyes over from me, the setting sun reflecting off of her hair. A single strand pulled away by the wind. You left me on my own. No warning shots, just stuck and gone. Now I don't have to wonder what it's like to be without my other half. You left me
There you go. Saturday's Sunset. Again, give the websites.
We're on Facebook.com/Saturday Sunset, Twitter and Instagram @Saturday Sunset. I believe we'll be on Bandcamp as soon as we get our debut recordings done.
I know, everybody that goes crazy. Well, you know, we're not going to go through this whole show and not talk to one of the lead vocalist, guitar player, Jonathan, sitting over there on my left, be your right. Jonathan, howdy doody.
Duty pretty well.
Yeah, like this. All right, Jonathan, what's going on?
Was looking for a good band. Didn't want to kind of write everything and do all my own stuff. So
Right.
Michael had a bunch of stuff that he wanted somebody to sing. And
So do you incorporate your stuff into what his ideas, or you guys blend?
a little bit, yeah. It's
things together?
mostly his deal. He writes the majority of stuff, but then I would definitely weigh in and
Right.
add stuff and change stuff here and there if it's like not suiting my voice and something like that. And, but yeah, he's pretty much the guy. And
So when they found you, you had seen these guys before?
no, I think I actually saw a Craigslist ad at one point and thought about answering the ad and was just kind of busy and then I ended up not.
We actually
And
talked
then-
about it later that night at
Yeah,
the bar.
yeah.
We ran into each other.
Yeah, my girlfriend knows you, or my girlfriend's
Yeah.
brother knows you.
Yeah.
And then so we bumped into each other and just kind of was like talking about music stuff, and then I realized that was the ad that I'd seen, and I was like, oh man, I almost answered that ad, and then I should have, but so yeah, then we ended up just giving it a shot, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a pretty quick fit.
Oh yeah, it was true
Yeah.
love at first sight.
We tossed him 6 songs. He contacted me, a couple hours, about 12 hours before our next rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
I threw him 6 demos to listen to with some chord charts, and he came in and nailed it. We didn't slow down at all that practice for you.
No, just there you go, man, into the fire.
Yeah, trial by fire, exactly.
Well, it's that way. It's like I've mentioned to a lot of the other bands that have been on this show, that it is a certain chemistry of people that'll come together to form a unity that will exist for hopefully a long time.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
For a success to happen, it has to be a certain group of people, and that means you're going to have to exchange people throughout your career at some point, maybe. Hopefully not, but you probably will. And then eventually there's going to be some sort of weird magic where kaboom, there you go. And that could be the case in the addition of you, Jonathan.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Catalyst.
yeah, it's the catalyst. It's odd as it sounds, but it really kind of, if you think about it,
It's all about the chemistry and the trust.
It really is, because it's a relationship, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. You guys got to talk about everything, because a big killer in a band is when you start having rising emotions and you don't talk about your issues.
Exactly, yeah.
And then if it gets kind of hand right, walk away, come back.
Yeah.
Is this when we can start fighting and throwing chairs?
Yeah, get Nerf guns.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, get Nerf guns and the thunk.
Yeah.
Had it
Close
with you.
range, oh yeah.
Communication
Nerf guns
is
on
That's the
stage.
thing, yeah.
It's got to be there.
Saturday Sunset. They could come out with Saturday's Sunset Nerf guns, or at least labeled.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
merch
very sure
idea.
with
That's
you
right.
guys, Nerf.
Remember, it was here. You heard it. All right, you guys. We're going to listen to another song from you. I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Rockbox.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
very
we look forward to seeing these guys out on the road. Find them on their websites, and we'll look forward to seeing them again here on the Rockbox.